The Seattle Mariners have signed veteran infielder Donovan Solano. Let's talk about it. Whoa, guys, this is a first in the Seattle Mariners offseason. They have finally signed a guy that can make an impact for them in 2025. And that was free agent infielder Donovan Solano, who was a San Diego Padre last season. So the Seattle Mariners have signed him to a one-year, $3.5 million contract that has up to $1 million in performance bonuses. So definitely a very cheap contract for the Seattle Mariners to take on for the 2025 season, and they still have some room to go out and make some more moves. So while Donovan Solano is a 37-year-old veteran infielder, as we know, the Seattle Mariners like to get them when they are older. So I don't really know what this means for going out and getting someone like Justin Turner, who would be a really good clubhouse fit. But Donovan Solano is still a very good baseball player performing at a very high level. Now, he is not going to offer the Seattle Mariners much power, if any at all. He has never had a double-digit home run season in his career, but he hits for a very high average. He's also not going to drive in a ton of runs, as the highest RBI total he's ever had in a single season is 38. He is very much that get-on-base guy. Even though he does have a career 18.9% K-rate, he is very much the get-on-base high-average guy, as you can tell by his .279 career batting average. Now, like I said, he is not going to come out and put up a 3.5 WAR in 2025, but he is a very solid player offensively and offers a lot of versatility defensively. To give you a better sense of his numbers, in 2024, he played in 96 games where he had 309 plate appearances with a .286 batting average, a .118 WRC+, and a .8 WAR. So by no means is he a bad offensive player. He does not offer a lot of power. He does not offer a lot of runs batted in, but he will get on base and be setup guys like we have talked about in previous videos. He will be a setup man for your power guys. Donovan Solano has been throughout the league throughout his career. He played for the Marlins first for 4 seasons, then the Yankees, and then the San Francisco Giants for 3, the Cincinnati Reds, then Minnesota Twins, then San Diego Padres, and now he is officially a Seattle Mariner. Now, definitely one of the bigger questions that is going to be out there is what position is he going to play? Is he going to be a weaker side platoon at first base with Luke Raley, because he absolutely mashes against lefties? But if you look at his baseball reference profile, he has all positions that the Seattle Mariners need at second base, first base, and third base. Last season, he played in 32 games at third base, 29 games at DH, 26 at first base, and 1 at second base. So I don't think second base will be his main playing spot. I think he's definitely going to mix in reps, like we know, at first base with Luke Raley, as well as get a decent amount of playing time over at third base. Now, the number one reason he will be a perfect platoon over at first base with Luke Raley is because, like I said, he absolutely mashes left-handed pitching. Last season, in 118 plate appearances versus lefties, he hit .302 with an .816 OPS. So, like I said, he's definitely a perfect fit over there at first base, mixing in against lefties, but he can also handle righties just fine. He has a career .276 batting average versus righties, and not that this is much of a surprise, but most of his power comes against right-handed pitchers, where he has 23 career home runs off righties. But he still does have a little bit of pop against lefties as well. He does have 17 career home runs off them. So like I said, he's not much of a power guy, so I'm not overly focused on the home runs that he's going to put out. Now, definitely one thing to focus on is his defense. So he does not have great defense, but again, that's not really why you're bringing in a guy like Donovan Solano. Yes, for his versatility, that he is able to play any position comfortably, but he is not a standout defensive player at really any position. Last year, in 167 innings at first base for the San Diego Padres, he had a -2 outs above average and a -1 fielding run value. Similarly, at third base in 2024 with the San Diego Padres, he did have 251 innings played at third base, where he had a -1 outs above average and a -1 FRV. So really, like I said, nothing really standing out on the defensive side, but you're bringing in Donovan Solano to get on base a ton with his bat. So overall, I would definitely say this is a solid move for the Seattle Mariners going into 2025. In my opinion, is it really groundbreaking or move the needle too much? Not really, but I do think Donovan Solano is a great offensive player, not offering a lot of power, but definitely offering a lot of high batting average, which is something the Seattle Mariners definitely need. So I definitely think for a first move, which is very late in the offseason to be saying that out loud, a first move that actually does something and makes somewhat of an impact, is pretty solid to be Donovan Solano as being that first move. That being said, I do believe there is still a lot of work to be done, especially in the bullpen, as well as maybe filling in, maybe getting a guy that can play an everyday third base if you do plan on having Donovan Solano kind of be that other side platoon with Luke Raley. So for that price and for the quality player that Donovan Solano is, I am very pleased with this move. Like I said, I'm not overly excited about it, but I do think it is a pretty solid move, especially from an offensive standpoint. So please let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this move from the Seattle Mariners, and maybe where you think Donovan Solano is going to get most of his playing time in 2025. Otherwise, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.